Hello. So today and yesterday, I kept seeing some very beautiful, may I say, very beautiful women. And every day I have this dilemma in my head. Has anyone else seen women that are so beautiful and so fine that they are genuinely motivated to do things? I hope I'm not the only one because it genuinely leaves me starstruck. And that is the reason why I want to do this video, is to show you why it is worth it to pursue these kinds of women and giving you tips and tricks on how you can improve your shot with these women. You know, so begin this whole explanation about women and the type of women you should be going for, is first things first, do not worry about mainstream media's idea of women. Because in media, women are portrayed as this all holy, no mistake making kind of human being type, which, to say in the lightest of words, is false. Because there is no person that cannot make mistakes. And to paint the narrative as women are these extremely right and just completely holy people or humans is just false, and it is genuinely offensive towards even women, because you are putting them in this pedestal that doesn't allow them to make no mistakes. So I'd like you to believe that there are women that are good and there are women that are bad. I do not want you to believe that there is just a straight linear line. That doesn't exist. You should have a more open idea of how women work. Now, I'm not going to talk about the good and the bad, but I'm going to talk about another standard that we aren't talking about enough. And that is the two kinds of energies that men and women hold. And that is the masculine and the feminine. The masculine energy is the energy that is mostly seen in men. And that is mainly focused on confidence, following your purpose, chasing things, and just showing macho traits. And when I say macho, you know what I'm talking about. When you see movie actors, when you see characters like Rambo, strong people that embody just the word masculine, that is what I mean. And next is the feminine. Now, the feminine is a extremely graceful side, which is seen with this idea of innocence. You have probably seen this in real life. If you have masculine energy, you have probably felt some sort of inspiration and motivation when you have met these women or have just seen or uh, put your eyes towards this kind of woman. And that is the thing that I was talking about in the beginning. So, with these two kinds of energies, our whole humanity was created. And one thing that we need to understand is that there are cases where this balance shifts, where there are men that are more feminine, there are women that are more masculine, which we have seen way more these days. But it is no issue, because even back then, even now, there is this shift in narrative always. It always happens. It's just that in this day and age, we are propagated to believing that it is wrong to feel masculine and it is wrong to feel feminine. Now, these energies also work like magnets. When you are a masculine man, the opposite, the feminine, is attracted to you. You cannot be a masculine man and attract a masculine woman. It just doesn't work. One side will try to be the A side. It will be a balance shift where it won't work out. One feminine man cannot lead a feminine woman because this man wants to be led and this woman wants to be led. There is no front side. So each side fits the other. So let's keep going. Another add on is, do not feel bad if your girl or the woman that you are attracted towards isn't feminine. We all have different desires. And when I say this, I mentioned it in the other side. It is okay. Do not be worried about this feminine and masculine. I'm just making a guide about what I've learned through my reading experience and my learning experience through life. And if you are interested in following this video and seeing if your woman is truly feminine, then sure, enjoy it. But if you aren't, just click off. Do not worry. I do not suggest you get angry or sad for no reason. There are bigger things to worry about, is what I'm trying to say. This is more of a guide with many patches that can be made. Now, I'm a 17-year-old. I do not have the knowledge of the world. And there are probably many things that I could add from my own knowledge that I haven't added, and there are way more things from world's knowledge that I can add. But we have to begin somewhere. This cannot be perfect if I wait my whole life. And also, don't be a bitch. I don't need to explain all that. The desire for a feminine woman. Women? Woman. Okay. So the need is to attract a shy and beautiful woman. Like, when I mean beautiful, I do not mean this sexy, sort of lustful manner of beautiful. I mean a woman that looks like a waterfall. Have you seen a waterfall, guys? When you look at a waterfall, you go, "Wow, this is so beautiful. I could see this thing for the rest of my life and never uh, change my view." And that's what I'm talking about. A feminine woman isn't primarily placed on to the idea of lust. A lustful woman is based on someone that isn't available of giving any other option of traits. A beautiful woman, a feminine woman, her beauty is based on her characteristics, her looks, of course, and just overall her whole aura, so may say. Next, the other thing that is very attractive about a feminine woman is the idea of creating a family. When you look at a feminine woman, and when you see these women, the first idea, one of the first ideas, is, oh yeah, what would my family look like with her? And do not lie, because this has gone into everyone's head. And it is totally fine, because it is a primordial, a sort of very old idea of humans to create a family or to envision a family immediately when they meet a person. And do not feel bad about these thoughts, please. This is a safe space. So the next thing we're going to talk about is you are greatly inspired. When I spoke into the first bit, I swear to God, I saw a woman yesterday that was so beautiful, so attractive, so fine. And when I mean fine, I do not mean it in a sexual way. I mean it in this, what I've explained way. It genuinely made me wake up at 9, what I don't do very often, and go to the gym. I don't do these things. This isn't my thing. And I was genuinely inspired, motivated to the core, just by the idea of, okay, I really like this. I really want to have this. And just going to chase my purpose. Next thing is W sex. I do not need to explain that. Because I don't feel like it, you know? It just is what it is. Now, what feminine women aren't? Feminine women aren't extremely outgoing. They do not have shit ton of male friends. That is one thing I will add on your mind. Do not chase a woman that has a shit ton of male friends. Do not make that mistake. Acts like a guy. We said that. That is a masculine woman. We need a feminine woman. It doesn't act like a guy. Okay. She doesn't act like a guy. Isn't very traumatized. I'm sorry, but that is an issue. A feminine woman do not have any trauma in their lives. That is what makes, or it's kind of like pressure makes diamonds, and women aren't made for great trauma. And this isn't a bad thing about. This isn't something to say bad about women. I do not want women to go through trauma. It is bad. It doesn't make a woman more attractive or better. It makes her more masculine. And next is trying to take control. Your woman shouldn't be the A side, okay? If you're attracted to a feminine woman, you are the A side. You are gonna be the. I hate to fucking use these alpha male terms, but you are the provider, okay? You are the bag maker, the bag chaser. You are the leading knight. Your woman is gonna be with the one on the back. You build the house, she is the home. Now we keep moving. How to tell if she is a feminine woman? A woman who has nurturing tendencies is the greatest thing I can describe for a feminine woman. If you see a woman that is very good with kids and is very good at maneuvering with kids, just know she is very good and very feminine. That is something we have to explain first. Next is gut feeling. As I said, the inspiration, the motivation, you can feel it going towards your gut. And when you see these women, you're gonna know, especially right when you see them in your face or when they speak. This gut feeling will teleport out of nowhere. You are the A side. As I explained before, you are meant to be the male, the provider. You are meant to lead your woman. Because that is also what she likes. She likes to be led. Now you might question, how the fuck does anyone get to gets to fuck? How does any woman like the idea of being led? Well, I guarantee you, if you asked your mother, she would say, "Oh yeah, I don't really like the idea of like independence. I am a independent woman, but it is better to be supported by someone." That means you are being led. Okay, that is totally fine. She is very graceful. Just with the next few things, graceful and innocent, she just shows holy traits. I do not need to explain furthermore. Just holy. There's nothing unholy about her. Well, there might be some unholy things. No one is perfect, but it is the holy things that outshine the unholy, is what I'm trying to say. Next is her parents. What is that person's parents' chemistry? What are those parents like in their house? How do they talk to each other? Who works harder? Who is the A side? That's how you tell a woman from a feminine and a masculine. And next is who she finds attractive. If she finds masculine men attractive, then she is a feminine woman. This works like the magnet. This is simple math here. Next is how to move from here on out. If you can find a feminine woman, go for it. Do not worry about it. Do not go onto this idea of, oh, I need to change my Sigma grind set. Oh, goals, goals, money, money, bag, bag. I guarantee you, if you fuck up with the woman that could be your wife and kids, you have flopped more than $1 billion. Right there. I will tell you that right to your face. I still haven't made $1 billion. I will make a update in 8 years and say this same thing. Because everybody knows this. No one has to be deep about this. Have you seen the memes where it's like, oh yeah, I beat my opponent, for example, in boxing, but his wife comes in the cage and in the ring and says, "You are the greatest fighter." You have lost. You have lost in that scenario. He's the winner because he has more. He is absent. He has absence in his life. He is very well. Absence is a wrong word. Abundance is the right word. He is abundant. He is wealthy. And I do not mean in a money way. You do not need money to be wealthy. That is the primary thing. If you can get a beautiful woman, a feminine woman, go for it. If not, purpose first. Focus on your goals. Most of the time, these feminine women are a one in a quadrillion, a very rare sighting. Do not lose hope into not seeing them because you will see one once you are far enough in your journey. That is what I say. Live your life like a knight in a journey, the princess comes later down. Your princess will probably most likely not come right now. She is not the perfect one, or she will never be the perfect one. She just isn't the right one for you currently. And I want you to be focused on your journey because that is what also these feminine women want. They want a man that is focused on something else and isn't this cuddly feminine guy. Work on establishing yourself as a person, and that alone will bring the desire to you. Thank you for watching.